Okay, decided to check my valve stuff here a little bit more. So right now we got to figure out our installed heights. So I just did a quick measurement on these here. Just doing a rough measurement from the bottom of the shoulder right there to the top of the valve. So you see you're about 1 1/4 inches right there. This one over here, about 1 3/20. That's 70 thou more. And this exhaust here is about 320 again. And the intake, make sure it's all the way over. Here's about 1 1/4 again, 1 250. So the intakes are about 250, the exhausts are about 70 thou more sunk. So they're sunk a lot deeper. So even though they look like they're not as sunk as deep, they are. So those are way down in there. Set up for high lift cams now. Okay, so we got to check our seal to clearance here. This guy looks like I got to shorten it a little bit. These we're not going to put shims over here. We'll put 60 thou shims under there to bring the tensions back up. I already cut the collars away to get more clearance. These collars are not stock, they're recessed way deeper, which is going to hurt us. We're not going to have much installed height in our spring. So I need to go check my spring and coil bind height to get some dimensions. I'm not sure what cams he's going to run, so I'm going to kind of just guess. Usually when you got something like this in here, it means you got some clearances. You got some cams in there because these are not stock. Stock collars are not cut so deep right here. Those are probably mainly 50 thou extra collars. Top collars, bottom collars, lower collars. So see how much deeper this is than this one? Taller? That means it has less coil bind height than this one. This one you gotta shim the hell out of it to get it to be what that one is. The problem is these are so thin. If I put these in there without doing something, they're just gonna, the spring will suck right past it. So probably what I'm going to have to do is change out these collars because they're not going to help us. I need a stock collar on here, which would give me 50 thou right there by putting that on that. Versus this one, because this one is not even sitting on top of the guide. And these heads have been cut here for letting the guide collar sit right on top of the head. Stock, they don't do that. So I'm assuming it's got some kind of high lift cam in this motor, but nobody knows for sure what's in the motor. See how that'd be like that. And if I just take this guy here out, collar, put this one on. See how now it's no longer sitting against the head right now, it's a little bit above. And what you don't really see is how much taller how much thicker that is. See, everything about this collar is thinner than that collar. See how the height changes? It's not just the inside, it's the outside. It's the overall thickness. Everything's different. So I'm going to probably wind up putting this one in there and measure it with the actual spring, because these ones are different. The intake, we can probably get away with this stuff here, but the exhaust, no way. I'm going to figure he's got probably 450 lift in this motor. Otherwise they wouldn't have had all this stuff stuffed into there. But without knowing, you're kind of guessing. So I'm going to pretty much go by whatever the intake has. We're going to probably duplicate it somewhat. I know I sunk it when I cleaned everything up over here, but I'm not exactly sure how much we sunk it. So I need to measure coil bind with my collar, with her collar. And this here. So I'm going to go measure this stuff and see what we got. Right now we don't know. Take this with me. Nothing like coming in the middle of a job that you don't know anything about. Customers are famous for not telling you anything at all about what's been done to the motor. Most of the time anymore they don't know because they bought it. They have no idea what they got. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is measure it with his keeper, his collars. Stock setup. What we got? Coil by means it goes all the way down until it doesn't go no more. Now I don't mean cranking on, I mean just till it stops. Now we are around 825-ish. Okay, put the stock collar in there. Slightly lower, 15 maybe. Alright. I'm going to put his collar back on it, measure all of them with that, because it looks like I gained clearance in my collars, so, or a genuine Harley collar. This one's about 830, maybe even 835. So that one's a little bit taller. Put that on exhaust. We got a lot of clearance on the exhaust side. Slightly better, but definitely 30. This one's our worst one. It's the next one. This one we don't know yet. This one's all black, so it was on exhaust. Ooh, way up there. Definitely 35, 40. So these two are definitely going to go on exhaust, which were on exhaust before. It looks like they're all burnt. These are the intakes. So if I put that collar on this one, it's equal to what this one is. These, different. Okay, so I'll get some numbers. Damn, throat. All right. Those are the worst two. This one here is number 2. And this one is our number 1. So the intake, if I use his collar, sits down on the head. Should be good. Do a mock up to see what our install height is going to be. Then we'll see what we really need, because I don't know. Go over here to measure it. One, two, three. Be on top of them. The collar's recessed in the hole, so dark as hell. I'm trying to read. All right, over here in light better. about 380 or so. Light is horrible. I'm flipping around away from the damn light where I can't see nothing. Can't measure like I normally do because the head's too far recessed. Well, move where you can see. Yeah, I can see a lot better now. About 350, 345. Okay, that's our intake. So we need to figure out what our stall height needs to be. So we were, coil bind was 0.825. Plus 50, 105. Plus valve lift, we're going to guess 450. Equals 325. We were at 350. So we got over 450 clearance with that and still have extra room. So that's pretty good. It means the valves are sunk pretty deep. And he's got those high lift collars in there. Now if I put stock collar in there, it'll probably come up to about 450 clearance lift, which would be fine. But right now he's clearance for like 480. So that should be enough. I have no idea what the tension of these springs are without measuring them. They look like they're stock though, so I'm not guessing they're too much. So that means the further you open them up, the less tension you have on them. Which is a bad thing. Let's see, what do I say in my notes? Don't have notes for sportsters. I'm going to guess these are supposed to be around 1/300. But okay, I'm going to do a quick measurement of the spring rate. Let's see what we got for that. I'm not expecting much. So all the stuff we're doing is just kind of figuring out where the hell we're at. This takes extra time to do all this, that's why nobody does it. If you want to make sure you don't break stuff, this is stuff you got to do. Okay, it's our valve spring tester. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, that's the correct color. I thought I had the wrong color there for a minute. Okay, so good valve springs are 90 pounds on the seat. So we're on the seat right there. So right now we're at 90 pounds right here. Yeah, actually a little bit less, it's sinking a little bit on me. Yeah, 95, whatever. I'll bring it back a tick. There you go, 90. Okay. So now I look at my install height and see if I'm anywhere near my number. We're at 325 right now at 450 left, but the seats are at 350. 1.350. So let's see where we're at right now. Way down there right now. Too damn dark to see though. I can see better now. That light, amazing how that helps you see. Try to get that straight. So we're about 300 right now. So we're already 50 thou up from where it's going to be. So if I bring that up a little bit, it drops like a rock. About 330 right now. We've already dropped another 20 pounds out of this thing. We're not even there yet, so there's 350. Yeah, kind of sucks. Lost all our tension. So we're about 60 pounds and bleeding. 55 probably. Okay, so that's pretty weak for that spring. For if it's got any kind of a cam in it, you really want this to be up there at 90 pounds on the seat for a cam at least. So we have limited tension here. Now if we jack this thing down, how much does it go up to? We're solid. So we get to about 300 pounds at coil bond. See, they're packed in all the way. Pull up about 50 thou, we drop 50 pounds. We're 250 now. Okay, so these springs are not exactly giving me enthusiasm here. So we need to figure out what we're going to do about this. One thing we're going to do, we're going to pack the springs in deeper, which means those collars are not going to be used because they're not strong enough to take being jacked up. So we need a set of new collars, new lowers, automatically. The other option is maybe put some springs in it. There's some brand new springs right here. $490 lift, yeah. I got all that in there right now. So, see, we're 85 pounds at 310. So we'd be 80 pounds at 325 probably, which would be 420 lift. There's our 820 coil bind we had. 295 at coil bind, or open, whatever their open number is. They're saying bind at 790. We're not at 790. We're at 820. All right, so these would give us extra tension, obviously. So I'm pretty sure these are not in there because see how loose these coils are. So these are stock springs. That's why they got no tension to them. Alright, so I don't know what he's got for cams on this bike. We're going to pack these things in a lot more than we got. So we're going to have to pack these things down to 320. Yeah, if not 310. Probably closer to 310 would be better. Got to give them still 430 lift clearance, which is a Y grind. I think an R cam is 440, which is still close enough. So I need a set of stock collars like that to use. And take out these high lift ones because they're not needed. These are not helping us or hurting us. We picked up about another 10, 15 at coil bind, about another 10, so do that. All right, I'm gonna go look for some collars, see what I come up with. We'll be back.